If you go on to enjoy the video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It does really help me out a lot. And if you're into Funko Pops, I've just started a brand new channel dedicated to them. The link for that can be found in the description. And beat the random lottery that is FIFA points by buying the coins direct from u7buy.com. Use code TVM at checkout for a 5% discount, or if you're a new customer, get 8% discount. The link is down below. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new player review. And as I said earlier, when I did Didier Drogba, we would look at Campbell, and then Pirlo will probably be tomorrow, along with something else, I'm sure. But 90 rated Sol Campbell, not the cheapest of the three icons that are available as the SBC, surprisingly, because Campbell's one of those, you know, really good defensively, very, very strong, great physicals in general, but then lacks pretty much everything else. You know, he's not as fast as some centre-backs. His agility, well, just his mobility in general is going to be poor. He can't do much outside of just pure defensive duties. So this is really only going to favour or appeal, if you will, to someone who plays a relatively low or not a high line. What's the word I'm looking for? Deep line, I guess. Someone who plays like 1 or 2 depth and who literally just needs their defenders to do just that. Just defend. Get it clear after they've won the ball back and counter-attack or whatever it may be. If that's the way you play, this review is, I'm going to try and cater it for you, but I didn't play that way. So I can't give you a play-by-play of how he plays in a one-drop back system. I don't play that. I play like 5-6 depth on balanced. So yeah, you're not going to get that from me, unfortunately, although I will try my best to explain how I feel he would play in that system. Now, that being said, he sort of varies in price on the market. I'm not quite sure what the SBC is currently coming in at, because fodder is up and down all over the place. But between 680 and 860, depending on your platform, which is, I mean, it's a massive price jump between the platforms. But like I said, can do everything defensively and physical-wise, but can't do much of anything else. He's got 2-star skills, 3-star weak foot, 6'2", medium defensive work rate, low attacking, which is fantastic because we do not want this guy going forward. A, he can't do anything when he gets there, and B, he won't be able to get back in time. And then, of course, high and stocky body type, which is fine so long as you have the pace and the mobility to boot. He is a very, very good centre-back on paper. In real life, this is the kind of player you want in your team. No matter what level of football you play at, on paper, this is a defender you would take in your club. No matter what club you support, you'd be like, yep, stats-wise, that's up there. Yes, please. Now, I've got him in a fairly decent-looking team. Best player, of course, is the left-back, but that's a shadow of a doubt. I had the left-back in there. I had Kolarov in there because I was trying to get the into third kit or fourth kit objective done. And I did, and I like it. So there we go. Like I said, Pirlo out tomorrow. Drogba's already done. If you want to go check him out, feel free to do so. Campbell is one of those I can defend, but do not ask me to do anything else because I will struggle. And he's also one of those I can defend so long as I'm in and around my own penalty area, but if I'm further up the pitch, I will get a nosebleed and pass out. Please don't make me do it. That is the kind of player he is in FIFA. Not talking about real life capability, not even considering it. Don't care what clubs he ever played for. Pure FIFA. This guy can defend, but unfortunately, just defending in FIFA isn't really enough. Now, obviously, it depends on what level you're at. Depends what you're playing. Whether you're just playing friendlies, whether you're playing rivals, weekend league, trying to get elite, trying to get top 100. Never finished gold 3 before, but trying to do it. It all comes into sort of question, and you have to consider that when actually considering how good he is. Because if you're only playing friendlies and you can just pick up the loan, it's just a nice defender to have in there. But then it's also going to come down to how you play. Like I said at the beginning, if you're a 1-drop back or 2-drop back or just 2 in general depth, you'll get on with him much more than someone who plays a very high line. So if you play 6 or 7 or even 10 depth, you are going to struggle with this card. It is going to be an absolute nightmare, and you're going to hate nearly every single second of it, because the higher you are up, the more he's going to struggle. Now, of course, you can give him a catalyst, you can give him a shadow, and it will make him quicker, in theory, in a straight line. And it does work. However, problem with that is that it's not going to help his mobility. Now, I know it's going to help his straight line running, but it's not going to help how good he is in terms of being able to jockey. His agility is still only 52. His balance is still only 54, and his dribbling is 44. His first touch is horrific. Running with the ball is an absolute no-no. Passing with it, unless it's immediately out or you're just going to hoof it up the pitch, that's the only two options you have with this guy. If you give him a chem style like a catalyst, for example, to give him that pace to boost the passing, you may be able to play a little bit of a more complex pass, but don't get too fancy with it, because you are going to have to be simple getting it out from the back, because all he can really do is defend. He does it well, but the amount of times he gave the ball away from passing it out from the back, now I know half the time it's my fault, choosing the wrong pass type, aiming in the wrong direction, and so on and so forth, but on the other hand, he does have to take some responsibility. Defending, honestly, you'd be hard-pressed to find a defender out there who can slide tackle as well as Sol Campbell's Moments card. He is an absolute monster when it comes to those slide tackles. He'll take the ball off anyone, no matter what angle he's at. Sometimes he gives away fouls. He gave away a penalty that, to be honest, I didn't think was a penalty. I think he took the ball cleanly. Maybe had to take the man afterwards, but he didn't take the man beforehand, so there we go. I don't really understand why. Anyway, that's all irrelevant, because this is going to come down to your play style. Do you play deep? If yes, this is a banging card. If you don't play deep and you play a 5 at the back system, you may still get by with him, because if you've got two other centre-backs who are potentially either really fast or full-backs playing centre-back, you're not going to have a problem. If you play 4-4-2, 4-1-2-1-2, 8 depth, this is an absolute no. You cannot use it. He is going to get caught time and time again, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. He's just too stocky and too clunky, regardless of how that pace looks on paper with a shadow, with a catalyst, whatever. Doesn't matter what you do to it, the game doesn't allow him to keep up with the likes of players who have the same pace. So if you give him a shadow, for example, he'll have 90 acceleration, 96 sprint speed, but he won't be able to keep up with a striker who has the same pace, even though they're running with the ball. Why is that? It's because their agility is going to be far higher than 52. It's just the way it is, unfortunately, and you can't get past it. But I suppose it's going to come down to the individual. If you're a fan of a club that he used to play for, and you really like him, and you just want a no-nonsense defender who is going to be very good positionally, and be able to stop nearly anything that comes towards him in terms of slide tackle, stand tackle, strength, headers, he is your man. But if you want someone who can actually run and keep up with the play, and you don't play a really high line, or you do play a really high line, you're going to have to stay away from this. It's really frustrating that he's not a little bit more, not agile, but just a little bit more suited to the game, if you will. And it is annoying, in fact, more than anything, that you have to use players that are suited to the game for them to even work. Because this, for the most part, is, honestly, if I was selling this on eBay, I would class it as defective, because it doesn't quite do what you need it to do. A little bit frustrating, but good at the same time. It's a weird one. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. If you have enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.